Well, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? I am hot, so that is why I look the way I do. I've been outside. It is I've been out for maybe an hour and a half, and it is already so hot out there. It's crazy, but I refilled my bird feeders, and that takes quite a while. I've been reading, finally got a chance to start that back, and I think I've read 4 books, 4 or 5. I've got my Kindle here. I will tell you about them. I did start a new one today because it's the first of the month. I get free books. It's first reads from Amazon Prime. It's called The Starfish Sisters. So I started it a little bit, and so far I think it's going to grab my attention. I'm liking it so far. The one book that I started that took me literally over a month to read because it was such a hard read, and not in the way of the words being hard. I'm talking about here and in here. It was based on a true story, and I didn't know how horrible it was, and I almost didn't finish it because it was just so hard to read the things that this lady had done. And unfortunately she is out of prison. She should never have seen the light of day. So but it was called If You Tell, and it's just trigger warnings all around the place of child abuse and just abuse in general. This lady was a freaking wackadoo. So after that I had to read something to kind of cleanse the palate. So I ended up reading a book about 3 sisters that kind of had, you know, moved their own way and weren't really close, and but they did a time capsule, and it was time for them to come together for that. So it was a nice little read. It was called The Canary's Home. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was a nice easy read. It was, you know, it was a nice pleasant read. And then I read a book that was not part of the first reads. I will get it out in a minute. I actually bought this. It wasn't too expensive, but one of the vloggers that I watch, she recommended it. It's called Things We Never Get Over. It's kind of like a romance. I didn't know it was a little bit of a erotica thing going on with it too. That was a little cringy for me. I really don't like those type of books, if I'm being honest. It's just really cringy, especially the verbiage used. So, but anyway, but other than that, it was a really good book. It is a trilogy. There's 2 other books. One is not out yet. But it's not about the main characters in this book. It's about other characters that were introduced in this book. So, I'm on the fence about reading the others, but other than, you know, having to get over some of the words used when they're talking, it was the dialogue. It was so cringy. I'm like, if somebody talked to me like that, and I would be like, you got to get out of here. But other than that, the story itself was pretty good. I liked it, and it was kind of a long book, actually. I think it had like 600 pages in it. I don't know, but it was a good read. It was steady. I didn't struggle through it. And then I read, really, this book was really nice. I really liked it. It was about a real estate company, and it was there was a murder involved, but it wasn't a murder mystery because you never really knew who the person that died until like near the end of the book. Like, you're literally over 70% done with the book before it even says who had died. And so it really wasn't a murder mystery. It was more of a suspense type thing. But it was pretty good. I read it in just a couple of days, like a day and a half, I think. So it was a pretty nice read, and it was called To Die For. So I liked her books. I would probably read another one of hers. And then I also read, which this is not necessarily a book. I mean, it is a book, but it's not really, because it was only like 94 pages, but it was, I had never read it, believe it or not. It was The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Dudes, I read that in like an hour, and oh my gosh. I mean, I had seen, I knew of all of that kind of stuff, but it really did trip me out. It really did. Especially the time that it was written, you know, in the 1800s, and just how it happened. It was really good. And then yesterday I did read Edgar Allan Poe's The Fall of the House of Usher again for like I don't even know how many times I've read that book, but they are on Netflix. They have a series that by the Bloom Brothers, and if you don't know about them, I highly, if you like gothic, if you like scary, if you like horror done really well, look them up because they have really good movies. I really like them. They did House on Haunting Hill, which was so good. That series was the scariest thing I had seen in a very, very, very long time. Then they did Blythe Manor, which was okay. It wasn't as scary. And now they are doing The Fall of the House of Usher. It's coming out in the fall, so I wanted to go ahead and reread the story, just to, you know, not that I forgot what it was about, but just to reread it. So, of course, that was a very quick read. I did that yesterday. So, it only took like, I don't know, not even 30 minutes to read it, because it's a short story, you know. But now, again, I am on to The Starfish Sisters, which the title, so far it seems to be pretty good. I'm excited about it, but that's what the cover of it looks like. Again, this was a first read, so it was free if you're an Amazon Prime member. So if you are into reading and you're an Amazon Prime reader, I highly recommend getting the first reads, because sometimes you come across people that you really like, or authors, you know, that you really like, and like I have $1 off of another one of her books, so if I end up really liking her, I can get another book for $1 off. So hey, that sounds fun. So that is the books that I have read since probably May, I think, beginning of all the craziness that was going on. And again, I started the one book about the true story during that time, so that really didn't help my mental health, dealing with the neighbor and then reading this book about horrific things that were done to people. So that was another reason why I couldn't really get into that book until probably July. I read all these books really in July, I would say. I would say that. In the last few weeks, I ended up reading them. Because I like to read outside, like in the afternoon, in the mornings and such, so. Okay, let me talk about yesterday. I started the wind chime, and I'm going to sublimate a keychain for the sale. The computer I have out here, for some reason, the Wi-Fi was not working, and oh my gosh, it took me like an hour to fix it, and it ended up that my Wi-Fi stick that I had out here, it just kapooey. So luckily I had another one that I can use, so I was glad about that. So by the time I got it all fixed though, I was done, because it gets, even though I have that portable AC, it still gets really hot out here. Like I'm like, ugh. And so I was just done. I was frustrated, and I was like, I'm just gonna pick it up tomorrow. So I plan on hopefully finishing it today, and I'm hoping it's gonna work. If it doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because it will make me sad, but hopefully it will work. So that is the plan today, is to do that and to do a little bit of my diamond painting. I didn't get any of that started or done, and I wanted to do that yesterday too, but it just took so much time with this stupid computer. So that's on the plan for today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get busy, and hopefully, let's cross our fingers that the wind chime will be done today, because it shouldn't take long. It's just to see if it'll work, and get the diamond painting done. And so hopefully I will be showing you the end results of the wind chime, and we can start on the diamond painting that I'm so excited to do. So let me stop yakking, and I'm gonna get to work. Oh, and in case I didn't say it, it's August 1st, so happy birthday if it's your birthday. I don't remember if I said it at the get-go. So it's already August. Here we go. This year is almost done, right? We have 5 months left, and then that's it. We're finished. So, all right, now to work. So I did get to work on my painting this week. I was very happy with that. I thought I was recording when I did the windows and on the witch house, which is the one on the right. Oh, so cute. I did repaint some of the colors. Well, all of them. I just gave another coat because you could see some of the canvas through it. And I also used some colors to kind of block it out a little bit more so that you could tell that they were slats. Then I moved on to the trees. Oh my gosh, y'all. I am loving this painting so much. I love the colors, especially now that it is dried, especially the houses. I think just the color contrast and everything is working out beautifully. It is what I had envisioned. I could not be happier. So with the trees, I went ahead and I want this to be whimsical. Okay, this is, of course, not realistic at all. I just want it to be a whimsical little painting with a lot of color. So I did little swirlies, and then I'm pulling down so there's little like thorns almost in this tree, I guess, was what was in my mind when I was doing it. Kind of like maybe a Dr. Seuss type thing too is going on in my mind with this painting as well. A little bit of inspo from him on it. But I'm working all in oil paint now. I am not doing any acrylic, so it does take a while to dry. I do have probably a few more layers to do before I'm finished with it. I know for the houses themselves are done. I might need to do just a little bit more shadow work on them, but for the most part, I'm really happy with them. Probably what I'm going to work on next is the stones around the windows, the chimneys, and then the pathways leading up to the doors. So that's why there's still some white space left. But I'm making the curtains right now. I'm coloring in the curtains, and I thought green would be good. I love the green against the pinks. I think it just sets it off really well. There'll be little fringes on the bottom of it as well. I'm not sure what color I'm going to use for that, but for right now, I'm just letting it dry, right? And the door for the witch house, I mix up the pink color that I did the roof on and decided to use that for the door because I thought it would be a good, nice contrast with the colors of these blues and greens, the teals. I think it'll look really good. Now with the grass at the bottom, I'm doing little strokes right now. I may go back and add maybe some little bit of flowers to them. I'm not sure. I won't know until after I do the pathways, which is, like I said, the next thing I think I'm going to work on. But as I was doing this, I go up around the trees, and then I was like, you know what? I think I want it even thicker than this. So I get out my oval brush that is a lot stiffer and just use the old Bob Ross method and create some grass around the trunks of the trees. And that may be where I put the flowers. Maybe. I don't know. Like, again, I'm not decided. If this takes a really long time to do, I'm okay with it because I enjoy working on it every time that I do. This is totally for me. It's not for anything but my enjoyment and for therapy, for me to just get lost in a painting. And for y'all to also enjoy if you desire to enjoy the painting that I'm doing here. With the doors, I did add a little bit of the darker color, kind of streak it, just to give it like it's a wooden door. And I will also add some dark colors to the tree trunks as well to just give them more definition, more texture than them being just plain. Again, the final step, of course, will be to
do a lot more detail if I feel like I need to do it. Sometimes I feel you can put too much detail, like especially in a whimsical painting. It's supposed to be simplistic, whimsical, and again, this is more about color than about what is on there, if that makes any sense. So, but I really enjoyed working on this week. I probably won't work on it the following week because I do want the paint to be good and dry. So it shouldn't take long though because it's hot here. But that is what I did this week. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe if you've not subscribed. All of that helps my channel to grow, and I truly, truly will appreciate it. All right, y'all. I hope that y'all had a great week, and I hope you have a great upcoming week, and I will talk to y'all later. All right, y'all be good to one another. Bye.